The teams are ready. And they run towards the middle for the quaffle. And we've already got a stoppage. We're going to have a small conference here to see what the call is. All right, they were looking to see if it was a false start, but false start was not called. Maybe. We've still got something going on here.
They're contesting possession of the quaffle.
I've been told they are contesting possession of the quaffle, which is a phrase I never thought I would say in real life. But here we are. So it's going to start with the Admirals, as Trudeau has the quaffle. In comes John Sheridan, scoring multiple times in that first matchup. Trudeau with it. Trudeau passing it over to the newly entered Sheridan. Sheridan looking for a pass. Gets it back to Trudeau. Trudeau over to Bear now. Now back to Sheridan, all the way back outside, but that is broken up by Rochester. Here's Ashkar. That ball gets knocked away, recovered by Ashkar once again. Finds Giaroso on the inside, blocked! Trudeau swatting the ball out of Giaroso's hands. And Almquist recovers it, still in Rochester's possession. Tries to pass on the inside. Sheridan breaks it up and falls on top of the quaffle. So Washington with possession. No score here in the early going. Here's Trudeau with it. Bludger's exchanged as he passes it to Bear. Bear back to Trudeau. Trudeau looking for Sheridan, instead gets it to Bear. Bear now passes it to Sheridan. He tries to get it back and does, and the shot is missed, and it's recovered by Almquist. Almquist running down the field now and tries to put it through the left hoop, but misses. That'll be recovered by Washington. Dale Farnan with it. Hands it off to Trudeau. And we're still scoreless. First match was very evenly matched, with both teams trading goals left and right, especially towards the end there. And Emily Hickmott grabbed a hat trick towards the end to try to bring Rochester back. Unable to complete the comeback, though. As Sheridan has it. Gets it out to Farnan. But Farnan loses it. It's recovered by Rochester. Rochester running down the field. It's Powpour passing on the inside to Almquist, who gets stuffed at the hoop. What a defensive play. Great defense there by the Admirals. As they hold the quaffle, it's Trudeau. Trudeau fakes a run. I didn't see one. Trudeau passes it over to Sheridan. Back to Trudeau. Here's Sheridan with it. Tries to blow back Giaroso. And successfully does, but misses the shot. It's going to be Bear recovering it for the Admirals. Tries to break free of her defender. Gets over to, excuse me. That was Farnan that passed it all the way out there. Long pass by Farnan behind the hoops up to Trudeau. Trudeau still has it. Trudeau tried to get brought down and missed the close shot, but is recovered by Sheridan, who puts it straight through. So that'll be 2-0 now for the Admirals. Apparently it was 1-0 before, despite none of us seeing a goal occur. But the officials told us it was 1-0, so we'll listen to them. Here's Ashkar with it. Ashkar passes it to Michaels, back to Ashkar. Tries to break free of his defender, pass it on the inside, and there's a goal, the first of the game by the Whiteout. That was Jacob Lynn. Joe Lombardi passed it to him. And that makes it 2-1, Admirals leading. Trudeau with the quaffle, passes it over to Sheridan. Sheridan been on fire in this matchup. Sheridan passes it inside, and it's knocked away there by Ashkar. Goal opportunity broken up. Ashkar still has it. And makes a unintentional, I believe, goal there, Ashkar. Going for the pass, but it went through the right hoop. So that ties things up at 20 apiece. And a lot of chaos going on, but Washington recovers it. Held passes it through the back, and they score. That'll be David Littleton with the goal for the Admirals. And we have an injury sub for a bloody knee. Trudeau coming out of the game. Here's Ashkar. Ashkar with the pass over to Lynn. Lynn can't handle it. Picks it up, tries to get it to Michaels, does so successfully. Michaels tried to get it away, but it was knocked away. And that'll be got a couple penalties here. We've got two yellow cards here. We've got one on Justin Cole for the Admirals and one on Jacob Lynn for the Whiteout. So they'll spend a minute in the penalty box.
Oh, and 50 is also penalty? Yes.
So Littleton has it. Passes it over to Held.
What was your guys' penalty?
Hey, Cole and Lynn.
What's your penalty? What happened?
Behind the back post. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Littleton with the quaffle. Passes it all the way back to Heald. Deep pass behind the hoops and an easy goal for Littleton.
You have 20 seconds.
So the score now 40-20 in favor of the Admirals
10 seconds.
as O'Connor has it. Pass it over to Lynn.
3, 2, I'm sorry.
And here's the Admirals with it. He'll pass it over to Littleton. Littleton going for a lob pass, and it's good. What a pass by Littleton. That was Brian Mulcahy with the goal. Great lob pass. That makes it 50-20 now. A 30-point Admirals lead, something the Whiteout are very familiar with.
8 minutes.
Here's Brown with it for the Whiteout. Breaks his defender's ankles. Wow, what a move. He goes straight towards the hoop, but it gets blocked. He recovers and ends up scoring. What a play. That was Mitch Brown on that one. The concentration by Brown there, unbelievable. So it's 50-30 now. Rochester bringing the deficit back down to 20 points. Here's Cole with it. Cole straight through the middle hoop. Easy goal for the Admirals. Once again, a 30-point deficit for the Whiteout. And the Whiteout are running. Here's O'Connor. He's sprinting across midfield. He gets it over to Brown. Brown with a great goal in the last possession. Brown gets brought down, still maintaining possession, as seemingly the entire Admirals roster is trying to strip the quaffle from him. So we've got the scrum going on over there. We've got an argument going on over here. We've got some kind of stoppage. Not a full stoppage, actually. They were just sort of trying to figure things out as Cole has it. Gets it over to Littleton on this side of the field. Littleton back to Cole. Now back to Littleton as the Admirals start to slow things down here. They've been running at a very fast pace. Over to Mulcahy. Mulcahy back to Littleton. Littleton driving inside, goes for the lob through the hoop, no good. It's recovered by the Whiteout. O'Connor has it. Taking things much slower this time. O'Connor sprinted across the field last time the Whiteout had possession. Steinish gets it over to Mitch Brown. Brown to O'Connor. O'Connor behind the hoops, gets it back to Brown. At the 10.5-minute mark in this one. And that one was out of bounds, so it's possession of the Admirals. Got a conference here. Cole still holding onto the ball for the Admirals. And they change possession over to the Whiteout. So here's Brown with it. Brown with the inbound all the way up to Steinish, who can't handle it. Steinish recovers, gets it over to O'Connor. O'Connor back to Brown. Taking his time, looking for the open player. Brown trying to break his defender's ankles again. Goes for the lob on the inside, but it is grabbed by heel. Still with it. The Admirals taking their time once again. Passes it over to Cole. Cole gets it to Littleton, back to Heald. Back over to Littleton. O'Connor has it. O'Connor with it. Here's Van Buren. Tries to pass it on the inside, but no one could hold it. And it's recovered by Littleton. Littleton back to Heald. Heald comes out. In comes Bear. Bear gets it over to Trudeau. Trudeau with the high lob pass that was received by Mulcahy, but missed the shot. So that'll be Rochester ball. And a timeout is called.
Timeout for Rochester, 13-15.
So Rochester calling that timeout.
30 seconds?
So with what I believe is a 60-second timeout here, Rochester. Currently trailing in this matchup, a much more low-scoring matchup than the previous one.
13-15.
You're at 13-15. That's the time we've played here so far. Both teams talking things over. Rochester trying to regroup and come back from this deficit. Rochester retaking the field as the Admirals end their huddle. Rochester with possession.
13-15.
That seemed to be about a 60-second timeout, I think. Yeah, it's close enough.
13-15. Looked my phone, it said 16. Looked back, it said 17. That's a minute.
That's a minute. For those of you who don't know, 60 seconds is a minute. Rochester with the ball. Cody Kiefer handling the quaffle. Kiefer going inside. Almost gets brought down. Tries to pass it out to Gominiak. Gominiak with the Hail Mary pass. Great pass by Gominiak. And great goal. That was Josh Anglem.
What's the score?
60-4 now, the Admirals lead. 60-40, rather. 60-4 would be an interesting score. Here's Trudeau with the quaffle. Passing over to Bear. Bear gets it back to Trudeau. Gets brought down. Trying to get it back out to Bear and does so successfully. Here's Bear. And we've got a Rochester player writhing in pain on the ground there. Yeah, that's Brady Grow on the ground. Trainer goes out to check on him. You never like to see something like this. Hard to tell from here what happened. Yeah, took a hard shot to the abdomen area. as Rochester forms a wall in front of them out of respect.
Yeah, I've got it off. You're good. We can take a break.
And we'll take a brief timeout here. After that brief timeout, we are back. Just wasn't sure how serious that was going to be. So we are about to resume play here, as we do. Rochester with possession. That's Gominiak. Gominiak looking for an open player. Passes it deep. Try to get it to Kiefer. And unable to complete the pass. So that'll be out of bounds. And that'll be in the possession of the Admirals. Here's Trudeau with it. Trudeau leaving earlier with a bloody knee. Has his knees bandaged up now. Trudeau walking alongside Bernie Burgess. Might have the best name on either of these teams, Bernie Burgess. Trudeau passes it on the inside, and that's good. That was Mari Nerbovig with the goal there. Brings it back to a 30-point deficit for the Whiteout. It's 70-40. And here's Anglem. Over to Gominiak. Gominiak on the outside is almost brought down by Sheridan, but able to break free. Gominiak still has possession of the quaffle. Gominiak's going towards the middle, tries to lob it up, but that'll be out of bounds. Not the most accurate toss there by Gominiak, but I see what they were going for. Here's Trudeau. Here's 16 minutes and 30 seconds into this one. Here's Bear with it. Gets it back over to Trudeau. Trudeau on the outside, trying to break free of his defenders, and got beat, so had to drop the ball. It's recovered by Palpor. And brief stoppage here. No penalties or really any calls on the play. Just had to clear things up. Here's Palpor with it. Tries to go for the left hoop. No good. Just over the top of it. Trudeau getting a yellow card. Hit someone above the neck. So that'll be a minute in the penalty box. We've seen a few of those today, as Trudeau approaches right in front of us. So it'll remain Rochester ball, and Palpor scores on the free play, really. No, it went over the top right of it. So Palpor with the goal there. Rochester, even after that goal, still trailing by 20. Here's Bear. Bear in the middle of the field, tries to pass it deep to Heald and makes the connection. Heald tries to get Sheridan, gets it off the bounce, passes it back out to Bear. Bear gets beat. And we're just going to have a remount here, and that is Rochester ball. England with it. DeRosso comes back into the game for the Whiteout. Here's Almquist with it.
18 minutes.
Almquist gets it over to Giaroso on the outside. Giaroso lobs one up. England able to catch the pass. What a catch. Tries to get it back out to Paupor. And Almquist recovers. So Almquist with it, passes it to Paupor, who was beat and had to drop the ball. Now it is Washington. Here's Cole.
18:30.
As a whistle was blown. Talking things over, here are the officials. It appeared there were some shenanigans going on in that corner over there. It was sort of tough to see from my vantage point. So we had what was described as some blue-on-blue contact. As Colin Bourne has it now for the Admirals. Bourne gets it over to Cole. Justin Cole over to Heald. Heald back to Cole.
19 minutes.
That's the 19-minute call. And Cole goes for the goal. And it hit the post, but I do not believe it ended up going in. So that is no goal for Washington. Two of them went down, actually. Giaroso with it for the Whiteout. Trudeau still not happy with the officiating. He had a couple of moments in the first matchup. His pop work back over to Giaroso. Giaroso loses it, recovered by Paupor. And here's Ashkar. Ashkar gets it away, and it's recovered by Sheridan. So that'll be Washington Admirals' possession. Sheridan gets it to Cole.
Time is 19:59.
And the time is 19:59, 1 mere second away from the snitch coming into play. What what timing. So we had a timeout here, 1 second before the snitch were to come in. Trudeau trying to explain himself to the official why he keeps yelling at him. Usually doesn't require much of an explanation on the player's part, but here we are. It seems like they know each other. I'm sure that's all that is. Just so we're still in the timeout here. Game Rochester down 20 still. Rochester taking the field once again, and here come the Admirals.
In 1 second, that's the last play that will happen in this part, and then we're gonna have another timeout, and then they're gonna let the snitch on.
Yeah, they kind of play like the soccer, like extended time thing, but it's just you get one more possession.
All right, so we'll have another stoppage in 45 seconds or so, probably.
20 minutes. 20 minutes!
And here's Cole with it for the Admirals. Cole over to Sheridan. Sheridan trying to get away from Lynn. Lynn on him like syrup on pancakes. Sheridan passes it back out to Cole. Cole with a long pass. That player got beat. Now gets it over to Sheridan. Sheridan lost it, and it's recovered by Rochester. It's Ashkar.
That's the last. Yeah.
We're supposed to have a stoppage, and there it is. So that was the last play before the 20-minute stoppage. Now we'll have another quick timeout here. Score is 70-50. Washington in the lead.
Okay, I caught. Sorry, my bad.
So, for the one game left, just kind of step forward and count 10, 9,
Okay,
8.
when they called the stop, it was 1959, which is why that happened.
I should have checked that.
I yelled it. I'm sorry. I will be louder.
You were pretty loud. I could hear you.
Yeah.
All volunteers are great.
So the snitch are about to come back into play. The snitch, of course, is what ended the first game. Washington grabbing the snitch and getting to the set score. Cody Kiefer is going to come in for Rochester to be the seeker.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seekers released.
And the seekers have been released. Rochester with possession. It's Giaroso with it. And what a play there by Kiefer. The snitch was preoccupied trying to fight off TJ Generic, and Kiefer came from behind and just grabbed it straight off the snitch. That'll make the score 85-70 Rochester. So what a heads-up play by Kiefer. That was insanely quick.
So the snitch was 35, right? Oh, yeah.
Lynn passes it over to Lombardi now, excuse me. Lombardi got beat, has to drop the ball, and it's recovered by Washington. Trudeau coming back in now. The set score has been set at 130 in this now 85-70 matchup. That snitch is such a huge part of this game. It's unreal. Here's Sheridan with it. Trudeau got it. He passed it out to Mulcahy. Mulcahy was beat, and it's recovered by Sheridan. Sheridan still with it, dodging bludgers left and right. Unable to dodge the last one as he lost the ball, and Giaroso picks it up for Rochester. Gets it over to Ashkar. Ashkar with it now, sprinting past Sheridan. Pass on the inside to Lynn, and that one's good. Rochester now up 25 after trailing by 20 or 30 for most of this game. The score now 95-70 in favor of the Whiteout as Trudeau handles it for the Admirals.
Set score is 130.
So Trudeau's still with it. Pass it all the way out to Sheridan. Sheridan with a nice catch. Sheridan tried to pass it to Mulcahy, but Mulcahy was beat as Giaroso tries to recover it. And here's Lynn with it now. Lynn coming straight off that goal. Got Sheridan coming over towards us now. I didn't see it. There was some penalty called, as Sheridan is now in the penalty box, but none of us really saw it. So here's Ashkar with a goal. I couldn't tell if that was a pass or a goal, and it looked like he was passing Stonish, but Ashkar actually made it. So that's another goal for Rochester. Here's Heald with it now for Washington. Stonish with the tackle. Trudeau with it now. Wynn tries to bring Trudeau down. Trudeau stays right up. Trudeau throws for the middle hoop, misses, but it's recovered, and goal is scored by Washington, I think. So the goal is good. That will be a goal for Washington. It was Brian Mulcahy scoring that one from behind.
Rochester score is 95.
No, 105.
Oh, 105 now. 105 now.
105 to 80.
Yeah, 105 to 80 here in this one. Here's Ashkar, passes it over to Michaels. Yeah, that's right, I'm pretty sure. Here's Ashkar. Rochester slowing the pace once again, as they've done multiple times in these two games. Rochester with a long pass. That was Benjamin Stonish with the goal. And that'll be another goal for Rochester. It is now 115 to 80. And Washington bounces right back. Brian Mulcahy again.
Score cap is 130.
So it's 115 to 90 now. Yeah, two.
Yeah. 130.
So we've got 115 to 90. As Rochester has possession once again, 2 goals will win it for Rochester. Here's Ashkar. Stonish looking to get open to receive the pass. Instead, the pass goes to Michaels on the inside. Michaels passes it over to Brown. Brown gets beat, drops the ball. Trudeau picks it back up. So here's Trudeau for Washington running. Trudeau, long pass on the inside to Mulcahy. Mulcahy falls, and it gets rejected by Brown. Brown picks it up and gets it to Ashkar. What a defensive play by Mitch Brown. Mulcahy thought he had an open goal there, but Mitch Brown said, no, sir, not today. Here's Michaels with it. Michaels still on the outside. Passes behind the hoops. It's recovered by O'Connor. O'Connor looking for a pass. Gets it to Brown. Brown, can he do something on both ends of the field? Now he gets brought down, still maintains possession, goes in towards the hoop, loses control. We've got a fight for the ball here. As we're waiting on, we've just got 2 players that are sitting there casually holding the ball together while the officials discuss this. Really is. This might be the friendliest thing we've seen all game. Got a yellow card on Trudeau, who once again has words with the official. So the call was for dislodging on the hoop. So the scrum's still going on over there. And we've got a pile up. And that'll be Washington possession. So here's Heald with it. Heald finally crossing midfield. Score is still 115-90 as here's Farnan. Farnan on the outside. And that'll be out of bounds. Trudeau receiving a warning. Trudeau received a warning for his repeated comments to the official. But it'll be Rochester possession. Here's O'Connor.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Trudeau leaves the penalty box as Rochester's still taking their time. Gominiak with it now after the handoff from O'Connor. Gominiak looking for a pass. Gets it to O'Connor. What a pass by Gominiak. O'Connor puts it through. That makes it 125-90. 5 points away from the set score is Rochester now. Trudeau with it. Passes it. Tried to get it to Mulcahy, but it was knocked away by Brown. And Brown able to hold on, gets it back to O'Connor. Brown all over the defensive end of the field here. Here is Tommy O'Connor, the Duke product. O'Connor finds Van Buren. Van Buren over to Brown. Rochester looking to end it here. Brown tried to fake a pass but lost it. Here's Mulcahy for the Admirals. Passes it on the inside. Easy goal there for Dale Farnan. That makes it 125-100 now. Things getting interesting with both teams in triple digits. Tommy O'Connor with it once again. Hands it off to Gominiak. Gominiak gets brought down, loses possession. Almost recovers it. Still on the ground. Gominiak picks it up. Gominiak going for the middle hoop. No good. O'Connor couldn't handle it. O'Connor picked it up, but that'll be Washington possession, it appears. We have O'Connor was hit by a bludger and then picked up the ball. Got a slight conference here by the officials. Still waiting on an official call here. Where there's a blue card on the Admirals.
So that's going to be on Julia Bear.
That'll be against
Speaking captain.
that'll be against Julia Bear, who's the speaking captain.
27. So speaking or yelling.
Her number's 50. Her number's 53. She's 27 years old. She's number 53.
So after the blue card, it is Washington ball. Here's Heald with it. Heald over to Cole. And back to Heald. Now back to Cole as they play catch. Cole able to deflect a bludgeoning coming with the quaffle. Gets over to Trudeau. Trudeau gets it back to Cole.
You have 15 seconds. Yeah.
Here's Cole with it. Farnan over here in the penalty
5,
box.
4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
And Farnan's back out on the field. Here's Trudeau. Still holding it. Trudeau gets it over to Farnan. Washington really taking their time now. Here's Trudeau. Powpour tried to get Trudeau down. Trudeau tries to pass on the inside, and it's knocked away. That'll be Rochester in possession. And there was a whistle. I didn't hear a whistle either. But Gominiak comes over to the penalty box. Got an illegal contact call, apparently.
Contacting a player without a ball.
That's when you make contact with a player without a ball, but it's still Rochester possession. Oh, they did? Oh, okay. Apparently, Washington scored. Did not see it. Yeah, okay. That's 125 to 110 now. Rochester still only needing one goal to win this second contest. Haven't scored in a while, though. Here's Ashkar, trying to end the scoring drought. And pass on the outside, but Rochester tried to pass it, but Trudeau picked it off, slipped, but held on to the quaffle. Passed it inside to Cole. Cole trying to get it back to Trudeau. Wild pass. Trudeau able to recover it. Here's Sheridan. Sheridan tries to score. No good. There's a race for the quaffle. Cole slides, picks it up, passes it, but straight into the arms of Giroso. A lot of bludgers being thrown here. But it is still in the possession of Rochester. Ashkar has it. In comes O'Connor. Ashkar still with the quaffle. And Ashkar scores! Rochester wins game 2. That's 135 to 110. As the third game of this matchup will happen at 6 o'clock. We're sitting here at 5:49. What a shot there by Ashkar. Once again, just made it look like a pass. I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be a shot or not, but it went in. So that'll be a win for the Whiteout. As we're going to take a little break here, we'll come back with the third game at around 6 o'clock.